Hello guys, Wahoo here, back on another video. This time around guiding you through the new event in Trove, the Cowboys and Dinosaurs event. So we got this going on for 14 days starting today. We got this, it's actually very long quest line because it's actually 14 steps, 2 times 7 steps. So a little side note I do want to address before we go into all of this. I do want to say why there haven't been a lot of videos going up. I have said it in a Ganda video that I did recently, but if you haven't seen it, I just want to explain that I have been, I keep saying trying to buy my own house, but I have already bought it. It is done, all of it, the deal is done, and I'm moving very, very soon. And then as soon as I move, all the videos are going to come back and streams and all that stuff is coming back. But I've had a little bit of a break because I really couldn't find the time to do both videos, thinking about videos and also doing all the moving stuff and buying the house and with the bank and everything involved with that. So very much going on at the moment, and of course I'm still not moved, but everything is in order now. So I'm just waiting on the last few details to make everything in place for that. So it's gonna be a little while before I start streaming and make a lot of videos again and stuff like that for Trove, but I just wanted to mention that for you guys if you were wondering. I'm probably going to say it a bunch of times still in the future, but I don't know. As long as people, just you guys know that see this, you know that it is all why there hasn't been a lot of videos going on the channel recently. So now that you know that, let's actually get into the event. And also, if I'm a little rusty, you know, it's been about a month I haven't been doing anything. So if I'm a little rusty, that's why. It's just so you know. Why it is what it is. But let's actually just see here. As you can see, Cowasaurs, actually called Cowasaurs. I'm just gonna call them dinosaurs, and the Dinoboys, which is the Cowboys basically. As you can see, the 13th of September to the 26th of September. It's a smaller event actually, based on usually what we get, and then October is the Shadow's Eve, which is usually a bigger event. But 14 steps to this one, as you can see right here. Let me bring up this. You can do both the steps or both the quest lines at the same time actually, because they're available to you. Both you can have this shown if you want to do that one, or this one shown, and this is of course for the dinosaurs, and this is for the Cowboys. So we're gonna start with the dinosaurs. Also want to mention, of course, we got the 14 days daily adventure thingy where you have to gather an ore, do a dungeon, all that stuff, the different days and stuff like that, as we are familiar with as going on right now. So like I said, we're gonna start with the dino and do 7 steps of that one, and then do 7 steps of the other one. So it's gonna probably be quite a long video, but that's just how it's gonna be. That's just how these 14 steps are gonna go. I'm gonna try to get through them as fast as possible, providing the most efficient information for you guys, both for advanced players, you can say it like that, veteran players, and also for new players that are just coming in and finding this event and it's like, what is this going on, right? Somebody might have just started playing and seen this event going on. It's like, what is all of this? And then they look up the video, right? So with that said, let's start with the first one, which again I said is going to be the Dino people, the dinosaurs, and of course there's timestamps to all of it in the description as well. So go check that out, and here is step number 1. All right, for the first step of the dino place, there we go. I completed the daily thing. I didn't complete anything with the other ones, but you can also get the things through. You can see right here. Oh, that's not it. You can see right here the 10 cash chests for the daily gather and ore, because you can also get them from pinatas if you didn't know. You can also get them from that, but it's just much easier actually to just, or you can just stand around in the hub. That's also an option. But for step number 1, we have to be in the hub, as you can just see here. And what we have to do is that you got the Cowboys over here. That's the one we're going to do the next time, or after these 7 steps. But we want to go and talk to Dinosly. So I guess that's a Cubesly, one reference to that. And also there seems to be like a sort of a cool track around here. We're gonna take that probably at some time, but first of all we are just gonna interact with that, and that's gonna give us the first token and also complete step number 1. So very simple. You can then go ahead and do the Cowboy one if you want to do so as well. It's also gonna complete, but we're gonna do it step by step, so not gonna do that. But I just wanted to mention to you guys that you can just go over there if you want to be a little bit more efficient with your progress. You can do them both at the same time, and you can get through it a little bit faster if you want to do so. But yes, interact with Cubesly as we just did, and that is gonna complete step number 1. and we can head into step number 2. All right, for step number 2, we are still in the hub right where we left off as we just did before. And what we have to do here is to use the Dinoboys workbench, which is right here, right next to Cubely. This is where Cubely was, or is still, and we were here. And then we are just gonna go interact with that one. You don't even have to do anything for step number 2. You just have to interact with the table. So basically that's just it. I pretty much assume that you're going to do the same thing for the Cowboys, but we'll get to that when we are there. So yeah, this is the crafting table. This is just how you are going to complete step number 2, and not much more to do with that with step number 2. So we can head quickly into step number 3. All right, so for step number 3, as we are right here, we just, left off here in step number 2, and we have to go into the workbench again, as we just were, and we have to craft the banner, and it's gonna cost us some bleach bones, 25 bleach bones, some bottles, and also some primal red. Of course, primal red is just block. You can get these off the marketplace if you want to, or just bomb up some what's it called, the desert frontier biome. That's always filled with red of these, and then you get the bottles. You get them from gardening, but you can also find them around in the world, or just buy them off the marketplace. 25 bottles is not that expensive. It's gonna cost you very much. Bleach bones is a little bit more expensive, but you can find these also in the desert biome as well. I do have a mod. You can probably see. Yeah, you can see it right there. It's sticking up right there. This is just because it has the same ID as that one. You can see it better over here, but this one is all over the desert frontier, and you can just run over it with your mount. Of course, you wouldn't have this if you don't have the mod. This one is a mod to show where these are, but just look for the skulls and run them over with your mount, and that is going to give you the bleach bones, or buy them off the marketplace. But like I said, they are a little bit more expensive, but these are fairly easy components to get in hold of. So craft the banner of the Cowboy Conquest. So this is the Cowboy Conquest, and it's going to give us actually 5% experience, magic damage, jump, and light, which is cool. Actually, I want to see one thing right here. If I switch to a character that has physical damage, is it going to change? No, it's still magic damage. Okay, I don't know if it changes depending on when you craft it, but as it doesn't change if you are which character. So it is a banner that is going to give you 30 magic damage, a little bit light, and 15 jumps. 15 jumps is not bad, and 5% experience, of course, is also not too shabby. But yes, that's going to be completely, step number 3 to complete yourself, step number 3, just craft the banner as we just talked about. So that's step number 3. Let's head into step number 4. All right, so for step number 4, we have to defeat 75 enemies in the desert frontier biome, and make sure you see that you can actually see somebody killed the little dungeon next to me right here, but it's just any enemy out here. So let me just go ahead and kill this person right here. You can also see this is the bottles. You can also run over with your mount as well as these, just to get that done. But it's any enemy in there. So if you find some skull biomes, for example, not skull biomes, sorry, skull dungeons, you can get them pretty quickly, because they usually get you 30 enemies. So you can just find 2 of those and you get it done pretty quickly. But it's any enemy, so you can also just run along. You can see many people are just running, defeating things as they just go along. You can also equip the banner if you want to. I'm just going to equip the banner just because the 5% experience. It is also experience week. You can't see it right here, but it's actually still experience week. So 5% extra experience on top of all that. That's pretty nice. With an XP potion as well you get on Saturday. That would be pretty nice. But 75 enemies is not going to take you very long. I went, sorry, that's not it. I can't remember. There we go, Rusty Man. I went right here. The Desert Frontier world is not that high on this. You can go anywhere you want to. I would suggest you just do your daily, whatever you're doing in some of these prime worlds, whatever you can do, and just look for some of the Desert Frontier biomes and go do your thing there instead of just going here. But I'm doing it for efficiency so I can get through this quicker, so get it to you guys. So, but 75 enemies is not that difficult, so I'm gonna go ahead and defeat the last 72 I need for this, and I'll see you guys in step number 5. Alright, so we got these 75 enemies down, and the next step here in step number 5, we have to defeat 25 dungeons in the Desert Frontier. So we're already in the Desert Frontier, and I did 3, as you can see, but I did have to check, because sometimes they do say that, 1-star dungeons do not work. This is a 1-star dungeon, right? These are the normal 1-star dungeons, and then there's also sort of 1-star dungeons inside the 3-star dungeons, or 5-star dungeons, wherever you want to go about it. But these actually do work, so I had to test if it also worked towards this, and it does. So it doesn't matter which ones it is, it just have to be in the Desert frontier biome. So I did 3 of them here, and as you can see, I'm still in the, as you can see, master's difficulty here, so it's super easy, but I do want to just do the 25 and get it over with. I do suggest, again, you guys just go about your normal daily activities and do these. I'm just doing it for the sake of the video to get it out, you know, as fast as possible. If I could just, you know, skip the step and then do it later, I would just do that. But no, I do the steps one by one, just like you do. But for the video's sake, I am just going to do it as fast as possible. But just do you know, you don't normally what you do, and just go into the Desert Frontier, whatever difficulty you usually go into, and farm your stuff. So I'm gonna go and do 22 more dungeons pretty quick, so you know we can get on to step number 6. All right, 25 dungeons down, and we are now in step number 6. And for step number 6, we have to go to the hub first to craft the posters that we are going to use. So we are going to be in the hub, as you can see, and go back to the Dinoboy Workbench, and yeah, we got the Cowboy Conquest posters, and these are the posters that we need. Again, we need the same materials as we did before, just a little bit less, so you can go ahead and get yourself some more. If you don't know how to get them, I did talk about it in step number 1, but it's bleach bones, it bottles, and also red blocks, and all those you can get on the marketplace if you don't want to. But you only have to craft it once. As I can see, you get 3 posters for 1 craft. So, and we need 3 to place 3 posters, which I'm going to show you in the Jurassic biome as well when we do that. So just go ahead and craft 3. That's not going to complete you. If you want to craft more, you can if you want to do so. But you do get a 3, as you can see right here. You get 3 with this as well. So you just have to place those 3 in the Jurassic biome, and I'll show you guys where to do it right now. Alright, so we found ourselves a Jurassic biome, and I just went to the U4s right up here because that has the most Jurassic zones of all of it, the places. You can find it in the lower if you want to do so, but I just went here so I could find these poster benches that we are going to use. And you can see it right down there. If I open up my inventory, you can see it right down there, and we're going to go down to it right now, and we are going to place our posters on it. So what we are going to do is that in your hotbar here, you just have to remove some of these items if you have some of it, and just drag the other one down here, as you can see right here, and then you just face it, and you use your poster on it. There we go. It just I didn't hit it, so maybe you will miss as me, but then you can go back and get yourself some more. I was just curious. I thought it was gonna hit it as it right here, but you are going to promote that Cowboys are awesome. To, you know, the dinosaurs are gonna see this poster and say, hey, Cowboys are awesome, and they are awesome, but Dinosaurs is a little bit better. But that's what you do. You have to place 3 of them. I'm gonna go back to the hub, get me 3 more posters, and find some more of these. But these are all over in the biomes. You're gonna find them. They're not super common. They are probably gonna go around a little bit around and see if you can't find them. I'll see. Could be cool if there's just one right next to it. But you can see they're not really super common to find these posters here. I hope I was gonna find one. But all you have to do is just actually hit them, and if you missed like me, you can just go ahead and get yourself some more. And we got teleported back in time, actually because of the dinosaurs, I don't know. Anyways, that was step number 6, and I'll see you guys in step number 7 when I have got my last posters. Alright, so we got the posters down showing the dinosaurs that Cowboys are awesome, and now we are on step number 7. You have to complete 3 daily quests. I picked them up already, but when you get back to the hub, there should be 3 NPCs, as you can see, right? One here, and one here. They should have exclamation marks on when you get back to the hub after you complete step number 6. And in step number 7, you have to do those 3 dailies. So let's show you the dailies that there are. So you have to post 3 more times, do 3 more posters to do this daily as well. You do get 2 tokens, which is really, really nice. And also you get to get 2 tokens for defeating 50 enemies in the Desert Frontier biome, as we've done before. And then there's also just doing dungeons. So these 2 actually kind of go hand in hand with this one as well. Again, you have to be in the Jurassic biome, as we did the previous step, to do this one as well. But these are the Desert Frontier biomes where you have to do enemies and also dungeons. So just go out there, do some dungeons, and you'll get the enemies at the same time. So do 3 dailies. There's 3 dailies here, and you can do them every single day to get more coins and stuff like that. To get these dragon, oh, it's not, I'm calling dragon effigies. It's called Dinoboy effigies, and basically it just, you know, gives you a random thing for the event that you don't have already, and you get tokens from the dailies. And also from the quest line, but you can also get coins for just doing dungeons, defeating enemies, and all that stuff, and that costs 50, and that's also going to give you the same effigy. As you can see, they are 100% the same, but you can just obtain them differently. If you don't want to go out and defeat, if you want to do the event quickly, you can just go out and grind a bunch of dungeons, get all the coins you need. I don't know how many you need to get all of the things, but there's probably like 20 items or so. That's usually what there is in these events. But you can also do the slow way and just do the dailies every single day if you just want to do a little bit, and then you'll get it all eventually with this as well. But do look like through it all, because I don't know if you're gonna get enough coins to get through everything just by doing the coins or the tokens. So make sure you also do some coins and stuff like that. You are gonna get them by doing the dungeons and stuff, so you might just get them anyway all the way through. But that is step number 7, and for the Dino part of it, now we are going to do the Cowboy quest line. So yeah, that's coming up right here. Alright, welcome to the first step of the Cowboys quest line. So we just did the dinosaur one, so check out those if you don't know about the dinosaurs. But now we are going to do the Cowboys quest line. And as the other one started on step number 1 here, we have to talk to Sherrifsly. I think it's just a pun on Cubesly being a sheriff now. So I guess he just has lots of occupations. He is really... Oh, he's the law around here. Oh, sorry, dude. Sorry. Sorry, you are the law. I am the law. Old movie reference there. But all you have to do in step number 1 is go up to Sherrifsly and talk to him. Just use your interact button, and that is going to complete your step number 1. And if you, just skip to the cowboy ones, the same thing you can do for the dinosaur one. Just have to do the same thing for that step number 1. But yeah, that was step number 1. We can now head into step number 2. Alright, for step number 2, we have to use the Cowasaurs. I'm just gonna call them what I like to call them, and that is the dinosaurs. So the dinosaur workbench is what you are going to do. All you have to do, I'm gonna go through these pretty quickly because it's actually the same as for the cowboy one. So if you did the cowboys one, you know it's exactly the same as we did before. So there's not really a lot to do with it as well. So I'm just gonna skip the steps pretty quickly as that. So just interact with the workbench as we did with dinosaurs as well, and you're going to complete step number 2. And now we are going to do step number 3. Alright, for step number 3, we have to craft the banner as we also did for the dinosaurs, and it's right here. It's just going to be green blocks and glim, still with the bones, but now we got glim and we got green blocks as well. So I'm going to go ahead and craft myself. I think it's going to be, that is why this was physical damage. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. The other one is going to be magic damage. So if you don't know, I'm going to craft the bench. That's also going to complete your step number 3. But as you can see right here, if I take this one off, you can see right here, this has physical damage, 25 light, 15 jumps, and 30 physical damage, and 5% gained XP. And the same thing over here, but the other thing is that this is magic damage. So if you're a magic damage user, you can use this one just to get it wouldn't be I don't know, great to use this if you're a magic. This is might as well use the one with magic, right? So I'm going to use that one. But yes, this is the banner as well. So that's the banner. I'm still going to keep it. I'm going to put it in my chest so we have it for the event. But we are now done with step number 3, and we head into step number 4. Alright, for step number 4, as we did also for the cowboys or the dinosaurs, we have to defeat enemies in the Jurassic jungle. So again, I went to U4 right here, and I'm just gonna go because that has the most. That's not the right map, just has the most enemies in here. You can go ahead and do dungeons or whatever you want. As you can see, I've already defeated 6 enemies just by standing here. So 75 enemies. Again, if you can find the skull dungeons, those are gonna make it a little bit faster. But just go through the biome, make sure you do it, or do it as you normally would, just defeat enemies or do your thing as it is right here. So yes. Defeat 75 enemies. I'm going to get on that and get pretty quickly through it so we can get to the next step, which is going to be step number 5. Alright, we got done with step number 4. Now we're in step number 5. And as for also the cowboys or for the dinos, we are now going to defeat 25 dungeons in the Jurassic biome as well. Any dungeon is going to count as long as it is in the Jurassic jungle, so it's not going to take you very long. But again, just do it as you will normally do dungeons or regularly. Don't rush it. You don't need to do so. You can rush it a little bit if you want to do the dailies, but again, you get them pretty quickly as well. So I'm going to get 25 dungeons done right here, and I'm going to see you guys in step number 6. Alright, so for step number 6, all we have to do is go back to the hub, go back to the crafting bench and craft ourselves one of the, well, not one of them, you do need 3, but you do get 3 with one craft. As you can see, I have in my inventory right here, we got the 3 posters that we need to post, as we also did for the dinosaur part. So we do have to go back to the Desert Frontier biome and not the Jurassic Park biome. Not this one, we do have to go back to the Desert Frontier one and find the ones there, but it's basically 100% the same, but I'll show you guys anyways. So I'll see you guys in the Desert Frontier biome. Alright, so we found ourselves one of these poster stands, and hopefully this time around I can hit him. I found out that if you aim him like sort of a little bit down to the bottom here, you are going to place it. So you're just going to go ahead, use your action bar, and there we go. And that is promoting that dinosaurs are awesome. So you're going to go around and find one more here somewhere. That could be cool for the video, but they're not super common, but you do have to run around a little bit, but you only have to place 3 of them also for the, you know, for the daily and all that stuff. So yeah, but they're not too hard to come by to find them. There might even be a mod that somebody made too. You can easily find them or something like that. There might be some around, but not too hard to get those 3. So I'm gonna get my last 2 posters up, and I'll see you guys in step number 7. All right, so for step number 7, as we had in step number 6, as you can see, if I go right in here, there's also you have to do 3 dailies for the other ones as well. You can see the posters actually right up here. I'm actually gonna go ahead and remove these. Also Desert Frontier one, even though I'd already did some of it, I didn't do very much, but there should be 3 new NPCs up here, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be exactly the same, but I don't know if I can have all of them at the same time. I'm just gonna go ahead and accept that one and accept this one, see if it actually says something. Oh, it didn't. Oh no, I don't think I can pick up the last one. Let me actually see. Could I have all of them at once? It seems I can have all of them at once. Usually you can't have this many daily quests around, also with the 7 steps as well. But for the other ones, you do have to do exactly the same thing. You can see here, Desert Frontier, Jungle, 50 enemies, as you can see. Also for defending the dungeons, that's the posters for the other ones. Up here is the other posters. Here's all the other dungeons. So you can do them all at the same time. So if you run to, like, for example, a biome like U9, for example, or U8, for example, U8, U9, that has all the biomes. These also all have some of the biomes, but it's not as random as it is in these. So you can probably find both a Desert Frontier, and you can maybe also find the jungle biome as well. But that is the dungeon quest for this. I do want to say one thing in this. I would love it that I love that there's 2 different quest lines. Super amazing. I wish that they would have either done, you know, one quest line this week and then another quest line next week. That would be super awesome. We talked about this before, you know, so you unlock this one this week, and then next week you have to come back and do the other one as well. But you can still work on both of them or something like that at the same time, or get coins and tokens and stuff. I don't know, but I just love that it would be like something you had to come back for the next week or something like that, or part of it here and then next week or something like that. And also I would have loved that the 2 quest lines were a little bit different to each other, then it was just mirrored to each other. Just a little thought that it could be I know there's not a lot of wiggle room with quests in Trove and do things and whatnot that everybody can be a part of. You know, you can't do like, hey, you have to do delve at a like 125 plus or something like that, right? Because that doesn't include everybody. So it does have to be quests that everybody can be included in, and quests like this is what everybody can do, no matter of their power rank, mastery, all that stuff. So it does have to cater to the new people, it does have to cater to the advanced people, you know, so it's always a hard balance for the devs to find out. But I would have loved a little bit of a different quest line to each other, and also the dailies being a little bit different to each other, right? Because it would reflect what the quest line was. So that was just my ideas, you know. I hope you guys enjoyed it still. I know it probably became very long, but again, the timestamps would help out with all of that. And I tried as best as I could to get through the, you know, the cowboy part as best as I could. And that was, I don't know why it was so hard to say cowboy, but apparently it was. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!